Live from the mighty Veedverks airship, we are going to have, I think we're going to get in trouble today. We have, we're here with Sam Prock and Alayna Jackson and Dawn Blackman from Arcana Fam, and we intend to discuss things like yoga. And then, really, though, what I want to get to is the fact that Sam makes these incredible knitted... Crocheted. Okay, I knew I was... We're going to have to talk about that, the difference. Yeah, I've got a great big green screen here, and I have three of the most fabulous members of Arcana Fam here. And a whole bunch of clothes and shawls and stuff. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. We've been working on this. So share it out.
Yeah, we've been working on it.
Maybe we'll give away some stuff.
All right. First, let's talk about where we can get these. You have an Etsy page.
Yes, I have an Etsy page, and then you can just direct message me through Facebook or Instagram or on Etsy for a custom order of your own design.
That's what's cool, because we were talking, yeah, that's custom right there. And not only is what Dawn's wearing custom, but that is yarn that a very dear member of the cannabis family passed away. And she gave Sam all of her yarn, and that's from that yarn. So that's just like, that is so cool. So if you have yarn from your grandma's yarn, and you were talking about you repair.
Yeah, I can do repairs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so.
she's done several of my pants.
Hey, Michael, thanks for joining. Michael Miller. We're getting ready to start doing some big shows with Michael Miller. We're talking guests that I don't even know if I could tell you their names yet, but big people. Like big people in the big global scheme of things, people.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's start showing some of these tops. Well, these are the dream catchers. We can do those first.
Yes.
Cool.
Now,
So I have a couple of dream catchers. This was actually the first one that I made. And the ribbon and the feathers are all crochet as well.
that's just a tiny, tiny thread.
It is, and a tiny, tiny little hook.
That is very impressive. That is so impressive.
Thank
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
Yes.
It even has the veins in the leaves.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, it doesn't
And this
do
one-
it justice.
Has added beads in it, and then it also has nice little beads on the feathers as well.
Now, with that too, that's a dream catcher. If somebody wanted, say they wanted some obsidian, or they
I could definitely do that. I actually had a friend hit me up on Facebook who gave me his parrot feathers from his parrot that flew away and got lost. So I was able to create a dream catcher with his feathers.
How neat. Now you've got a lovely spiral in there, but you could also do like the seed of life. You could do...
Yes, I could do all varying different patterns.
Cool.
I could do like a regular mandala pattern, or I could do like a starburst, or a flower,
Right.
or like a flower of life, or a big cannabis leaf, whatever it is that you desire.
Right, right. Now, what did I do with that lovely mandala? Because you said mandala.
Am I sitting on it?
It fell on the floor. There it is, right there.
Floating Alayna.
Floating Alayna.
We do magical things. Now, this is what she means by mandala.
Yeah.
And you make these to where you can hang them on the wall.
Yes, so this one, I'm going to finagle it so that it is stiff, so that you can hang it on the wall and enjoy it.
Now, we talked about hoops, but what about a starching?
Yeah, I could do that too.
You know, to where
Water and
it'd be
starch.
stiff, and you could just hang it up like a picture. And
Oh,
it's
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's neat is
It's like
all
what
the
I do with
green
my
in
hat.
here you can't see because of the green.
All the stuff is just
Yeah,
like,
the green
that's why I'm
just
looking at it on here. I'm
disappears.
like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's cool. That's just
So don't
like
think I'm not paying attention. I really
like
am.
Dawn. Show this blanket.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
flower of life does
yes.
the same thing.
Because
So,
to us, it's all green.
It's all green, but yeah.
So this
What
is
is
one
it?
side, and then the other side is the really cool side.
And this glows. Black light.
Yes, it glows in the black light, and this part that is disappearing, it's actually green.
Isn't that fun?
So it kind of
disappearing
looks.
lady.
That's for sale.
It would be really hard for me to part with this.
She could make another one.
But I can make a whole nother one.
You could.
for-
How about you could bring it every single time that you come by here because
It could
that
be
is
your own-
amazing.
It could be
Yeah,
your own
that's
music
it
background.
keys out perfectly.
It does.
Oh wow.
That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. Well, I'm gonna show the hats because these are really big. The
Oh
beanies.
yes, the beanies.
So
Oh, you can put your pony in it.
Yes.
Oh my
It has
gosh,
like-
that's
See,
so
like a big,
cute.
cute
We
little
put it
rusty
in
button
the-
popping out at the top.
put your hair in
And
there.
it has like one of the elastic bands in it so that it stays nice and firm.
Okay, like I'm
Around
trying
it.
that on, and that might be.
Okay. Here. Look at this one. You can stick your hair through
Yeah.
that one. That
And
would
then
match your
It has
hair.
a big bow on the back that comes out.
Oh, the bow's in the back. Okay, see, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have done that.
Oh,
I'm not gonna walk around with this big old bow on my head.
I would have put it on my head too.
Yeah, on the side, on the side, be cute, like
Right.
all like 20s style or something.
Yes, yes. But
Clara bow or something.
this is my favorite.
This is
I can
so
see
fun.
Yes.
people wearing this. All right, even me. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, that's so
It's
cute.
so
It is so funny. It's a unicorn.
And this one has the green in it too.
Mhm.
That,
And
Yes.
it even
It's
has
very
little
hidden
ears.
inside.
See?
It looks like you're just going doo doo doo.
Yeah.
Like it's for kids or big kids, and you know,
Yeah.
It might happen to fit.
it did fit my big head. So how about that? All right, let's show these because this is what everybody is
yeah,
talking
so
about.
This is
Yes.
my favorite thing to make right now are these tops. It has a big canvas leaf. Let's see if we can see it.
Make it
It
show up.
disappears, but there
But
is
you
a.
can see it on her, kind
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it
yeah.
kind of
So
disappears.
it's a canvas leaf and it's green. It disappears with the green screen.
Oh, actually,
And this
no,
one,
you put
is
put it
purple.
against
It looks
something
kinda
else,
blue
exactly.
on
That's
the
what I was
Yeah,
gonna say, put
it
against
does look
something
blue.
else.
But it is purple. It's like Ninja Turtle colors.
Doesn't that work? I don't even know where
Yeah.
we are.
We can. So with a little bit of trickery here, I think I could do
I
something
like this.
Tricky trickery.
Mhm.
what I
Oh,
can do
yeah.
is make it so that camera right there. Has the key turned off.
That's how these
So we
backgrounds
could do
make me
something
feel.
like that.
Exactly like,
All right, so here's a more accurate representation of the color.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here you
Oh,
get
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, put it
So it's
close.
a cute little cannabis leaf to support,
oh, there you go.
and it's a conversation starter. Obviously.
It is. It is. I've
Yes.
started many
Yeah.
conversations wearing this.
Okay, now show the shorts with it real quick because and you will make matching sets or can make.
Yes, I
yeah.
can make
I didn't know
matching
you had
sets.
shorts.
Yes, I just started making them like 2 weeks ago.
You're gonna love these. Oh, they're on the bottom.
Oh, I already
on
see
the
a pattern
bottom?
that I love.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes, so these are the shorts. And
Cutie.
they're super cute, and these are like festy booty shorts.
Super fast.
Super fast.
Yes, I wore these at Sonic Bloom, and they were a big hit. Everybody loved them.
Aww.
And then I have another pair here, which are too big for me. I think they're like a size large, and they're longer, so your booty cheeks will not be hanging out the bottom.
But you still can adjust. Is that
Yes, it's tied and it's weaved all the way through, so it'll cinch, so it won't come down. And then this is like very. There's a little bit of holes in here, but once you put it on, you can't notice. You can't tell. Kind of very similar with these tops.
Right.
So
Right. Well, you crocheted the dress that you're wearing now.
I did. Yes, and the belt.
And the belt.
Wow.
And this is another favorite dress
Yes.
that she wears. Yes, and I need one in this as well. The colors are perfect.
Yes, I love this dress. And I'm looking at new patterns that have like sleeves and that are like very elegant and very, very nice. I'm very excited. So
Yay.
make some orders and give me something challenging to work on.
How do people do that? How do
Right?
people do that?
They can just email me directly. You can hit me up through Etsy, Instagram, or Facebook. I have 2 Instagrams. I have a Canna Sam with my cannabis and yoga, and then I have my Mile High Stitches, which is where all my crochet stuff is.
Can of sand.
Yes.
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 All right, swimsuits.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So-
yeah, it is. Yeah,
That
it's
one piece.
So cute.
So I just made this monokini, and I can't wait to give it a home for one, and then make more of all different colors. So
How cute
Wow.
is that? That is just.
and this one
That's
is like
some-
it's
that's some-
very cheeky, so it's super sexy for anybody. Just be careful around.
Yeah, don't go
your
to
man
water world in
friends.
this. This is for lying and looking only. Don't be trying to get wet and play no volleyball.
Yeah. But it is it's super cute. It has this really cool pattern.
Yes.
And you can change that pattern, right? On
Yes.
the inside, you could put a cannabis leaf or the
Wow.
flower alive.
Yes.
Ooh, you could do
That's
two
what I
can of
said.
boobies.
That's
Yes.
That will be my order.
like mine, like me too. That's what I said.
God bless America, I'll tell you that.
All right. Interesting. Hi, America. These are my friends.
I have so many tops.
Yes.
Yes.
So just start passing
This is a
them
really
through.
cute one.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The
yes.
Dippin' Dots one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and this one has the flower of life pattern inside of it.
Nice.
Oh,
It's
that
very
one she
nice.
wanted to show too.
Oh, cute.
Here, can I
And-
look?
Great.
Oh,
color.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's the one that you were
Yeah.
talking about, Alayna.
Yes, and it changes colors.
it
as
changes
goes through.
colors. Let's show that. See, it's two different colors, but in the back of
Here's one
it,
that's-
it adjusts. All of these adjust.
What manner of clothing
I
is
just
this?
finished this
It's
one
a halter
yesterday.
top.
You did?
Yes.
This is really
Oh.
It's like, yes.
This one's like
Got
Isn't
it.
that cute? I love
It
that.
reminds me of
It's
like
perfect
cotton
green
candy.
screen colors.
Damn,
This one
dude,
is
I
like
know.
Like
very
it,
bright,
it keys out just like
Yes.
perfectly.
purple and blue.
So
and
if it were a
pinks.
Ooh.
And this one
hat,
is
I
sparkles.
definitely-
So this is a special yarn that Nana gave me.
Oh.
So
to create
somebody in the
these
industry
little
has to
sparkles.
have that one.
Yes.
All right, who's special? Who gets this sparkly, purpley, mermaidy loveliness?
That's so
Sorry,
cool.
we got all somber there for a second. Nana was a wonderful woman who helped a whole lot of people who
She
are
taught me how to make medicine, like lotions and suppositories. She taught me how to, cook the cannabis down and make oil. Very grateful for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So grateful.
So
She helped
anyway,
a
this
lot of
yarn
people.
came from her, so that's a special
it's
piece.
special.
So-
That's beautiful.
Yeah, love this.
Look at that pattern.
And she would love that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, she would.
Yeah. Well, and you also, make these loveliness.
Oh, yeah.
Let's show the shawls.
It's like a,
So there's up or down. Like, how do you know? Or you just go for it?
You just go for
You
it.
just go for
You just
it.
go for
Okay.
yeah. And then,
Oh yeah, I like it. I was just like,
and
how
then
do you know which is the up
the
and which is
stuff
the
that's,
down?
this is green.
Oh yeah, well, all the stuff like.
But it's like way cool.
Yes.
Oh my god. That is so cool.
All right, and here's your other one. Will
Yes.
this show-
Oh my goodness,
be
I
right
love these.
back.
I wear these all the time.
All right. Okay.
Yes, I love those.
So these you just wear, and it has little armholes.
Beautiful.
See? Yes. Now on the back of that, you can also do
Yes,
a
I can
design.
put a design. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
you're gonna be hilarious. And then I made my husband wear a vest. And it has the flower of life on the back, but it's like really green,
alright.
so it doesn't really
Yeah.
show as well.
Barely.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, your chest pants!
See? He had to join the party. That's
Can I
awesome,
try on
right?
that shawl,
Yes, this
Yes.
one.
please?
Oh, that one.
Oh, this
that
one.
one.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
This is great.
Wait a minute. How did that get on? How did you do that? What the heck? Oh my god.
That's, oh, look, it's fractioning on him. That is awesome.
That is so freaking funny.
I need a. I gotta turn the airship background on. No, we'll just have to store this in our memories.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do that for like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, that is so. So you had it just underneath there.
Yeah.
That's
the whole
so-
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you need
Yeah, I
I
had,
had
to put,
no
I had to put
idea.
this on before y'all came.
Yes, that's so freaking funny.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
So you've been,
Anyway,
that
sorry.
was fun.
That's-
I'm sorry.
He's like, I've been waiting.
I've been waiting to do that for a couple hours.
I'm so glad.
Did I not promise you a good time?
Yes, it's so funny.
All right, let's talk about you.
Yes.
And all right, we know we can. If you want any of this, you get in touch with you. You have a deposit of 20%,
Yeah,
25,
20%.
20%.
To make sure that I know you're serious about the order for one.
Right.
And then
Yes.
so that I can acquire all the supplies and materials needed.
Right, and if you have supplies and you have special yarn that you can have something made, and
Yes, like
even
if your grandma or your mother had like a big yarn stash and you're like, I don't know what to do with this, I can make you something special and personalized for you made of the yarn.
That's
great.
neat.
That's-
That's neat. Or
that's
finish
important.
people's stuff. Like grandma was in the
That's-
middle of this
Yeah.
blanket and then
Right.
just be able to finish it.
Oh yeah.
People
my
would be
mother
really
had a
cool.
ton of that. If we
Really?
can get my sister to let go of it, I'm gonna send you some.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. She didn't
And
watch this.
if you find anything on Etsy or Pinterest that you like, you can just like screenshot it and send it over to me, and I'll let you know like if it's something I can do, or if it's like not crochet, because that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I'm currently working on these little like miniature horses that one of my friends wants. She's just, I think she's due in December, and she's having a little girl, and she wants these little horse mobile. So she's gonna make the mobile, but she wants me to make the little horses.
Oh, neat.
Too cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it neat? Isn't it neat?
Is it gonna is it just gonna be like a ball of little horse yarn? Or like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like
you'll
it's
turn
like
it.
a horse
Yeah, it's
pattern.
gonna be like little bitty horses, and then they're gonna hang from this little round thing. She sent me a picture of it.
Oh,
That's
and
really
we
cool.
found out there is such a thing as hemp yarn.
Yes.
So if you wanted your cannabis design to be absolutely appropriate and
Yes.
have it made out of hemp yarn.
Yes, there is like 100% hemp yarn, and it's very rustic looking. And then there's like a blend of hemp and cotton that I can work with, and then there's a blend of like hemp and wool or hemp and alpaca that I can work with.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Whoa, I bet that'd be
I bet that'd be
soft.
warm
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, very warm.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited to work with it, so give me something to work with.
Yeah, that sounds neat. Now, yoga.
Yes.
Can I just ask one? Sorry.
Sure.
The first thing that I. What is the difference between knitting and crocheting?
Okay, so knitting is with 2 needles,
Okay.
and then crochet is with 1 hook.
Okay. Nice.
Now we know.
Are there any animosities like between the two communities? that
Those darn
There
crocheters.
are crocheters that do not knit. There are knitters that do not crochet, but then there's a blend of the two.
and they all get along okay?
There's no divisiveness over whose yarn is
Well,
better.
What
whose
side
lost
what are you
fewer
on?
stitches.
Well, right now I'm on the crochet side. I haven't learned how to knit yet, but that is a plan. I have like all these things that I want to learn how to do, but I feel like I need to get proficient in one, and then
Yeah, that's always a good
so.
idea.
And I'm really enjoying crochet right now, so I'm just gonna stick
You're
with
really
that.
good at it.
And
Yeah.
then,
I mean, you're
and
obviously
then
just
when I'm ready to
super
add
talented.
on, I will.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's very exciting. So I learned how to crochet whenever I moved up here to Colorado. I was a surgical tech back in Texas, and I did that for 5 years. But I was also discovering that I had all these ailments like subacute cutaneous lupus, fibromyalgia, costochondritis, hypothyroidism, and it's just like a long list of crap that the doctors thought I had at the time. When really, I really believe it was just like my lifestyle and how I was coping with life, honestly. So we get to Colorado, I quit my job, I come up here, and I'm like, well, I can't be a surgical tech because I can't stand at the OR table for hours on end, you know, doing that. That's really challenging on my body. So I needed something to keep me busy and to take my mind off of, you know, all the pains that I was experiencing, transitioning from pills to cannabis and using yoga and meditation and all of this. It's a lot on your body when you're transitioning from all these pharmaceuticals. So crochet was a way for me to take my mind off of all of the other things, and I was able to just focus, and it kind of puts you in a meditative state because you're counting and you're doing a repetitive motion stitch by stitch. So it's been quite a fun journey.
So that's how it is, kind of a lot like yoga. I was interested, you know, when you said that, what was the tie-in between crochet and yoga? And it,
Oh, there's so many.
you
There's
know,
so many.
because I know in the yoga practice, you know, we do a lot of counting as well.
You do a lot of counting, you do a lot of breathing, you do a lot of like repetition. And then also, when you're working with yarn, it doesn't always come out the way you want it to. There's tangles, there's knots, things happen with the yarn, and you're just looking in awe, like, I don't even know what happened. I pulled you like I did the other yarn. And now you're a big mess. So what I've learned with crochet and yoga is whenever you meet an obstacle, it's a good idea to take a breath, relax, release the tension. You can't force it. You can't just pull it apart with the yarn. You know, it just gets tighter and tighter. So you have to go in and see, how are things moving and how are they weaving in and out of each other? What can I loosen and what can I pull away? And in yoga, when you meet an obstacle, you know, what is the obstacle? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it physical? Are my hips too tight to do this? Or my shoulders not open enough? So it's just more awareness and mindfulness.
Right.
Which like completely applies to life.
Yeah.
It's like if you can figure out how to approach obstacles in, you know, in a more calm state, then you'll be more productive than if you were tackling it in like angry and frustrated. You know?
Right.
So that's amazing.
Well, and how do you incorporate that into your practice? Like with me, in my yoga practice, I actually use Flora salve in my nose because being from the South, I try to do the yogic breathing and the tissues inside of my nose.
Yeah.
It's just, oh my gosh. So
That's such a good idea. I never thought of that.
but it also helps you in that meditative mind state. I mean, you're just getting CBD right to the brain.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have found that when I do that, it goes a little farther. I can breathe a little deeper, you know. So I was curious to have you on and ask you what you used in your practice and how it accentuated, you know, made it better.
So in my yoga practice, I usually take a big fat dab to get my day going. And then I sit in meditation and I sit with the medicine that I've just taken in and I just see what comes up. You know, sometimes I may be a little overwhelmed or a little stressed, or maybe today's a really good day. I'm just like joyful and so grateful that I'm even alive. And just sitting with whatever emotions I'm feeling and being with that. And then focusing on my breathing. I like to do alternate nostril breathing,
Right.
which is where you like breathe in through one and exhale through the other, and then in, and you just repeat and switch back. And it's really good to help bring balance into your life, because normally we breathe through like one nostril and then it switches to the other one and you go back and forth.
I was just going to ask about that.
Yeah. So then whenever
It's all
you do
news
this
to me.
this alternate nostril breathing, it helps to bring more balance into your life, into your brain, into your body, into your breath.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, you know, that just a simple breathing can make your brain release the serotonin. Like my favorite is the 4-4-4. You know, you breathe in and then you hold and then you let it out. And when you do, you really visualize any negative energy just going, it's out, it's gone, you know, and then you breathe in, you know. And just doing that, if that's all you can do to get started in yoga, then do that.
Yeah, if you
Like,
can breathe, you can do yoga.
the kind that I started with, I couldn't do what you do. I wasn't there yet. I'm
Right.
still not there. I mean, I go to yoga and just give me all the pillows. Just
Can I stand up and do all of these?
yeah. And so I do Kundalini, which is more breathing and breath work and visualization.
Yes.
You know, and then, you know, you have other days where you might do something a little more strenuous, and then,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, and kind of go from there.
Absolutely. Your life kind of ebbs and flows, and you have days that you're like really on it, and you feel really good in your body, and then there's other days where you know that your energy isn't as high, you know that you need to take it slower, especially for us women, because we're constantly fluctuating, you know, with our hormones. We go through a cycle every month, and once you learn your ebb and flow of your own cycle, then you can really take power in yourself, you know, and push yourself on the days that you know you can push yourself, and then relax
Right.
and
When
take
you're just like,
take
no.
like a lot of self-care on those other days.
Yeah.
Well, you practice, right?
Well, to be honest, no, like, not like very legitimately. Like, I've been a big stretcher my whole life. Before I understood what
stretching.
yoga was, I was just like a huge stretcher. And then now I'm such a fan of breath work. So it's like I don't have a very legit practice. Like, I don't sit and do like a full-blown thing, but I almost feel like at any time, like literally anytime, any place, I could just hop into a little yoga mindset and do a little thing with my body, like even at like the grocery store or like
and
in my
that's
car
yoga.
or like
Yeah.
And that's yoga. Like, you don't have to have like a full-on hour-long rigorous practice with like down dogs and chaturangas and all
Right,
that.
right,
like,
right.
like you don't need that every day. What you need is to come back to your breath and take a moment, like even if it's just like 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Just that little bit of coming back, my heartbeat, my
Yeah.
breath. I can, you know, I always tune into my 5 senses. Like, what do I feel? What do I smell? What can I see? What do I taste? How is it all going? And then I tune into my emotional body. How am I truly feeling emotionally? And coming from depression, I've had depression for over half my life. Learning how to feel again is a whole process,
Right.
you know.
Because the medical industry goes, okay, here's a pill that's going to turn off that feeling.
Yes.
When, in fact, what you really need to do is
Is
have
feel
that
that.
Feel it.
big,
You
ugly
feel it.
cry.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, our society has gotten so far away, and like we say that these are like bad emotions, but like God did not give us bad emotions. Like, He gave us these emotions to feel, to experience. So whenever you feel sad, sit with it. Be sad.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so hard
Yeah.
to just be sad, or even just to be angry. Like, anger is not bad. It's how you use your anger that becomes bad.
Yes.
So using it, like in the cannabis industry, we're really upset about the federal government and everything that they've lied to us about. So we use that anger and we make the policy change. We talk to people. We have the conversation.
Yes.
But, you know, and it's how we're doing it. I know when teaching classes on how to advocate, and, you know, we'd have people come in, and the first thing we'd tell them is don't get angry, don't get loud, you know, come at their level, you know, at a
Yes.
respect,
Yes.
you know. And one of the things that I use as an example is the movies Monsters, Inc. You know, and think
I love
about
that movie.
Think about that movie a little bit, and what the parable of that movie is. You know, they fueled their whole economy on scaring children.
Yeah, pure fear.
You know, and where are we? You know, and what did they scared us? Oh, the monster weed, the devil's lettuce, you know, and all of that, and it was paranoia. But at the end, what happened at the end of the movie is they found out they got way more energy from laughter and love. And that's the beautiful thing about the cannabis plant is it's a plant of soulfulness. And you know, think about your relationships. You know, like I met each one of you through sharing cannabis or a cannabis journey. You know,
Yeah.
so it brings people together, and it's the strength of that laughter and love that's going to get it to the next level. If that makes, you know, does that make
Yeah,
sense?
totally. Totally, yeah.
That's how we
So-
all know each other, basically, is because we've, through fighting for the plant, fighting to end prohibition. That's how
Right.
we ultimately,
Yeah.
that's why we've been knowing each other for, you know, a while now.
Yeah.
It seems, in weed years, especially.
Yeah, I know. And we
Yeah, you think about it like, okay, how many calendar? Like, well, maybe it's not
yeah,
really been
it's
that,
like-
but yeah, in terms of how fast the industry changes and the people that come and go and the things that come and go and the policies that change. Yeah, it's a year is like 3 any other industry. Or maybe even more.
Well, I think this
way
year,
more.
with what's going to happen, we'll see more and more people go home, which is going to be sad.
Yeah, I
But
keep thinking about that.
It's going to be sad, but it's going to be great.
We're
It's
gonna
gonna be great
lose
for the other states.
Yes.
some of our that's maybe one of the communities that we have in common the most is the refugee community, the people who have moved here to Colorado because they or their kids were sick, and the only thing that helped them was cannabis, and so they packed up everything they moved or everything they had, just
Right.
left their jobs, left their support
Yeah.
network,
Family, friends,
moved out
everybody you
here.
never know.
Cultures.
on a just to fight for their own life or to fight for their kid. And so like one of the things, like for example, that's happening with Oklahoma, which don't let them take that from me, Oklahoma, but one of the things about Oklahoma is we know a lot of refugees from Oklahoma. So it's it'll be sad. We hope to, with what's happened in Oklahoma, to have helped accomplish that goal of letting them go back to their normal lives before they moved here. But it took them, 4 years.
Right. Right.
So we've become close with these people. But I mean, Godspeed going back.
Right.
As soon as you can. But we'll miss you.
It would be hard, even though I love Louisiana, it would be hard to leave. I wouldn't want to, I don't know if I'd want to go back. I love to go to visit, but,
Right.
I don't know where it is right now. I definitely couldn't, with the legalities,
Right.
Yeah.
So I can't go anywhere until they get so I can have my medicine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
even hard to go visit.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Right.
even just go
It's
out of
so
town. It's
hard.
hard to go to.
I
It's
know.
hard to go to Missouri for Christmas
Right.
to see my mother-in-law.
It is because you
I
have to.
I
off of
can't
your
eat the whole
regimen.
week. And well, Christmas is supposed to be about eating and being with family,
Right.
but I'm
Yeah.
sick because I can't have my medicine because as soon as we cross that line,
Which
Right.
is beyond asinine because people travel with their pills.
Right.
right, yeah, you can have
And
your
that's
Oxycontin.
completely fine that they can travel with that.
Yeah, and I posted something on Facebook yesterday about a woman in the UK finally able to cross and go over and bring medicine back for her child.
Oh my gosh.
And as wonderful as that is, the ultimate goal is that woman had to cross town because her harvest isn't in yet, or something like that. That's, let's break it down instead of going to another country and it being okay to come back with your child's medicine. How about you can grow it in the yard?
I know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
be able to grow it in the
you know-
yard. It's a plant. Just
I know.
free the plant.
and I think about it, and I grew herbs and stuff like that, and treated my family with herbs, and I would go to my garden and get dinner or whatever. I want to be able to go to my garden and go, oh well, I have a friend that's going to have surgery. Let me make her some salve.
Yeah.
And not only go to my cannabis, but then go to my other herbs and
Right.
stuff like that, and have it
That's
all
what
fresh.
that's what I'm excited about is seeing the blending of it's all plant medicine. I
Yes.
came out
I
of, I came
know.
out of the natural foods industry, and so when I left that industry, I thought, oh well, cannabis it's plant medicine too, just like I just left,
Yeah.
and it was like totally not even the same, and there wasn't very much crossover. But now, 7 years into it, I started in 2011. 7 years into it, I'm seeing more like, oh, we put cannabis with lavender, we put cannabis
Yes.
with this,
Yeah.
because I do it at home all the
Well,
time.
that's why I
you
love
know?
this company.
We make
'cause,
a bunch of it right here.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they use. I love to walk into the hangar on days that they're messing with the terpenes because it smells so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I posted a picture on Facebook
of the huge,
of a
yeah,
4-liter beaker. Like
Oh my god.
and
we're going through a lot of terpenes.
And these are the same things, my kids, I was the hippie mom before I moved out here because my kids, if they got, hay fever, they got bee propolis and, and stuff like that. And I make all these hippie teas with all these different herbs. So it was just, it was a natural progression.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I
We get to
know
use this now.
none of my siblings were even slightly raised an eyebrow when I get, oh, okay, well, I'm going to treat everything I got going on with cannabis. It was like, you mean you aren't already?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really, wouldn't surprise me.
Well, throughout the last 80 plus years, we've been told so much wrong information about cannabis
Right.
that, and been so influenced that people began to think about cannabis so different when in reality it's just an herb
Yeah.
on the earth, just like everything else. Like, you could eat the leaves just like kale. It's insanely nutrient rich. So I'm looking forward to the time when we can like go buy fan leaves and be
Yes.
like, I'm eating a salad with my fan
Did
leaves,
you
or I'm
see
juicing.
that? Did you see the video where they made tempura out of the fan leaves?
What?
Yeah, fan leaf
Oh, I
tempura.
love that.
Yeah, they were just
How
And it's before too long.
Family
I know that that's
tempura,
gonna be a thing,
just
where you can
saying.
like add a little cannabis juice shot to like your
yeah.
smoothie. Like that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
Last week we were
Besides just
talking
in one
about like
person's
best just come up with a business idea. Take any business and put cannabis in it,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
think about it long and hard and know that you're going to have some growing pains, but that could be a pretty good business.
Yeah.
the,
it would've
the,
been.
the ideas are limitless. The sky's the
I
limit. I mean,
know.
there's just still stuff that in 10 years we haven't even thought of that'll
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
down the line, and we'll be like, how come I didn't think of that?
No, it's going to be like in skincare, it's going to be like aloe.
Yep.
You know, it's going to be in flipping everything. It's going to be in sunscreen. It's going to be in makeups. And, you know, we've got a line that we carry now.
2x4s,
Yeah.
fuel,
2x4s,
Yes.
exactly.
Home
Yes.
Depot, forklift. That's the future. That's what we're going to do with the passing of this farm bill in 2018. We are going to, at a minimum, change eventually the type of stuff that you see at Home Depot, because this is a better way. And
Yeah.
and now we're going to be able to grow it at large scale, and farmers are going to be able to get crop insurance. They're
That's
going to
huge.
be able
Yeah.
they're going to be able to grow it like what it is, which is an agricultural commodity.
Yep.
And as soon as that farm bill gets signed, that's the state of the union as it relates to hemp, and you can use it in so many things.
Well, it's going to change
keep
food.
supporting
It's
that.
going to change textiles. It's going to change plastics. You know, biofuels. You know, just stop and think about how much plastic you have in your home.
I know. Like, I
You know, how
hate
much
it. I
rubber
actually hate
you
it.
have in
Yeah.
your
But then
home.
I don't know what to do with it.
Just do everything you can to not do or use single-use plastic.
Yeah,
If you're going to have
definitely.
plastic, have it be something that's not just like single-use.
Now, I saw something where they were going to use hemp
Yeah.
to make plastic straws.
Yeah.
Now, my question would be, is the processing of making something that would be a biodegradable, is that going to be a toxic process?
You mean kind of like this
Right.
energy-saving light bulbs, but
Right.
they poison all the
Right.
Oh no, I don't know about that. What do they
yeah.
do?
They're not.
They poison what? What do they poison?
If you
There's
break
the
a
chemicals,
light
If you
bulb,
break a light bulb, the new squirrely ones, it's like a hazmat situation. Don't just throw that in your trash. Do not just throw away your squirrely light bulbs in the trash. They have to go to a recycling facility in a hazmat because the stuff that's in them is super toxic. And
What?
and don't just suck it
Yeah.
up in your vacuum
And don't
cleaner
yeah.
either.
So yeah, you're saving some money, but you're killing the planet. I still have the little
know.
roundy light bulbs like Edison.
Yeah. Look, I broke one, and I went and I got a face mask and then tied a bandana
It
around
says
there.
on the box.
Yeah,
It says on the box how to
Wow.
handle it if
Yeah.
you break it.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know.
but saves energy.
Somebody make some light
You
bulbs
saved
out of
14
something.
cents that year, so
Does hemp replace mercury in this?
somebody will come up
Somebody's
with it.
gonna
If
come
it
up with
has
a better-
Not yet, but soon.
Come up with a better mousetrap.
Somebody
It's
come
getting
up
ready
with
to
it.
go wide open. Come up with a better
There's
mousetrap.
like 3
Yeah.
people
Make
that
it with
idea's
hemp.
floating around.
Yeah.
So who's
Get
going to
on.
get it done first?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And animal feed, like
Yeah.
hemp-based animal feed, like a long time ago, animals used to eat.
Well, it
the
used to be
feed.
bird seed.
Exactly, and then we
Yep.
would eat the animals, so it was like in all
Yeah,
of
so
our
we
food
always
chain.
had the
It was
cannabinoids in our
always-
systems,
yeah.
and we weren't deficient. And I personally think that that's where everything went wrong, is when we stopped feeding the animals.
agree.
And now we've got this. Look at all the diseases that have increased or didn't even exist 70, 80 years ago, and look at how our food supply changed. And what
big
was
time.
big time. Big time.
And at
now,
the same time,
all
Big
this other
Pharma
stuff
was
is-
separating from plant medicine. So
Exactly.
it was like a double whammy. It was coming from
Yeah.
our food, and it was coming from how we approach medicine.
Right. Right.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
But now we live in these day and age,
Yes,
and we can
yes.
and we can
And
spread
we can
this
educate
information
people
to,
and go, hey.
and then that's how we can change.
Well, I want to encourage people watching to share it because we gave away last week. Emery Doyle won because when Travis said hemp businesses, boy, she just her little hands just started clicking away. And so we definitely got to give that to her. But if you share this, we'll do a little drawing because we want to definitely get Sam some orders going on.
Yes.
And if you want something for Christmas, you need to go ahead and jump on it now and get your, down payment on or your deposit. Best word.
I was getting
Right.
ready to unfriend one of your friends. I forgot you
Oh,
were
yeah?
logged in. I was like, don't post that on my. Sorry, you must. Like random person, I don't know you. Don't
Random person that's not
tell
on my
me
page.
it's
that's
about.
not
Click on this spam.
Oh, spam.
Oh, spam.
Uh,
Oh, well.
um,
That's funny.
so don't worry, your friendship is still intact.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, if you share this, we're going to have a drawing. We'll give away another one of the starters of Amelia, right? The half ounce.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That stuff's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of invigorating and one of the soothing, and it comes in a pretty little purple bag.
I
And
love this suit.
Yes.
I love the
Very
soothing
fancy.
too.
Do you?
The soothing,
Yes.
I love the soothing too.
Yeah.
That's the soothing's where it's at.
Yeah.
We sell a lot more soothing than we sell, the other ones. It's after we've been selling it since December, and we.
Thank you.
Cool,
Just the market has started to speak for itself, and I'm telling you,
Yes.
there's something about the soothing that is special. I use it every night on my legs. Changes my. I don't even know. I haven't even Googled what restless leg syndrome is, but whatever. Just tossing and turning, whether it's just the demons that circle about or the spreadsheets and stuff when you're trying to fall asleep. I put some of that on my legs, and it's a game changer. It's that's the.
Awesome.
I used it on sunburn. Oh, really?
I've used it on burn. I don't want to. We're not making any medical claims, but I'll
No
tell you
claims are
what,
being made.
man,
No claims are being made.
CBD is a very powerful anti-inflammatory, and we already know kind of what levels of this stuff that you need, and Google anti-inflammatory.
What's interesting with me, this is just me, is now that I've started using it on a daily basis, I don't use it as much. When I first started using it, it was like every 4 hours, it was like getting it on my hands. But now that the inflammation I feel is down and my hands aren't swollen,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
need
there's
it.
a name for that kind of thing. Kava does the same thing. At first, you have to have a whole bunch of kava for it to work, and then the longer you have it, the less you need for it to work the way it's supposed to. That's, I can't remember the terminology for that. Diane Fornbacher probably knows that.
Right.
I think she's the one that told it to me.
I've never tried kava. Why haven't I tried kava?
Yeah,
You know
definitely
what?
try.
I only found out about it really, recently.
Yeah, there's a couple of places. We went to one after Mother's High Tea.
Yeah.
That evening, yeah. It was like,
Wasn't
hey,
there
everybody-
it was like a Mad Hatter?
It's Mad Hatter,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
Very Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes,
Is it energy?
it's weird because they have just like cannabis. There's one that elevates and one that relaxes, and they've got different kinds of drinks and different levels of potency and different mixers, and it's very interesting. I wasn't sure it tastes like dirt. It does look. It tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
It just does.
Right.
But people swear by it. I didn't necessarily have enough for it to be able to tell an effect. Plus, I was high.
Or as we often say,
Yeah.
medicated. in
I was
the
already
state.
medicated. Well, no, that day I was just high.
Jesus.
Hey, you know what? I'm willing
Let's
to
just
say
not
there's
even
sometimes
play.
I'm medicating and there's sometimes I'm recreating, and at that point I was just having fun.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was a great day, though.
it was.
It was a great day. It's when I participate. I look forward to it. Mother's IT. Veedverks is
Oh,
the
I love
sponsor.
it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yes, thank
Yeah.
you guys
I've
very
put-
much. As a matter of fact, if you came to the tea in your bag, you got samples
Yes.
Of
of the
Amelia.
Amelia products in your bag.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you did.
Well, yeah, Sam
Yeah, 'cause
just
I
saw me
packed
like
all of
2
this.
weeks ago
I
when I
put-
had that
I got-
sunburn. That's
So
very
for
nice.
Mother's IT, I got 2 photos that were, they had the photo booth thing
Yeah.
going on. And so I put them in little frames and put them in the restrooms, like on the counters. But at least in the the one that the guys naturally just gravitate toward, for some reason that photo has made it on top of the toilet, which is a whole different
What?
feel to it. And I think
in that
it
picture,
just,
right?
huh?
I am.
I don't know. I know you're in it.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Like it was. Yeah.
Reading
That
material.
was. I don't know. So it's a whole. It's making me rethink the picture. Being in
Maybe
there
you might want to
all.
put it on the wall instead of just like on the counter or
Right.
something.
Yeah, it just keeps getting moved off the counter. When you clean the counter, it ends up.
As long as it doesn't wind up in the bottom as target practice, I
No.
guess you're all
No.
right.
Oh my god.
Right?
See, this is why we don't do live stuff.
No, that's why I invite harass.
He said we were going to get in trouble. I didn't know it was going to be me.
No, when I just came up with this idea, I went running like a little kid into in the room. I'm like, guess who we got to do? And he's like, yeah, that's going to be so much fun. And it was. So. But I look forward to every show like this, and if y'all know, can think of somebody that we need to have on here, but send me a message, let me know, because I want to just celebrate everybody. There's so many interesting people and so
there
much
are.
diversity.
I love it. That looks so good.
Oh yeah, that's you. You got to
very
have
you.
that.
That's amazing. I'm sorry. I took it from there and then gave it
That's
to
it.
her. I don't know why. But
Oh, I also have a yoga class this weekend with the Looper.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
know. I'm sad I'm gonna miss it, but I hope you do. Do you think who did it? You or Lippert? Like who decided? Did you
Oh,
guys?
Looper.
Cool.
Yeah,
I hope
Looper
we
asked
do it
me.
again.
Yeah, I think so.
can we tell
it's
people
gonna be
about
great.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll be starting at 9. No, yeah, we meet at 9:45, and we all get on the bus at 10, and then we'll drive around and hit up some dispensaries, and then we'll all connect and smoke and have some awesome conversations on the bus. Maybe do some breathing exercises, some mindfulness practices, and then we'll all go to the coffee joint.
Yeah.
And have like a small little 30-minute yoga sesh where we learn to move our bodies and breathe with our movement.
Oh, amazing.
This is
Sounds
going to be so
awesome.
fun.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
You there in Topeka, Kansas, with your yoga studio. This is the future.
This is the
Right.
future.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Start
you,
thinking
like,
of
you don't
businesses.
even have to smoke to do
Right.
like
Yeah.
cannabis and yoga. Like you
Yeah.
can do like we're gonna do muscle freeze, Mary's muscle
Yes.
freeze before the class. So wherever you're hurting, maybe your shoulders, hips, legs, back, wherever, you just apply the Mary's medicinals.
Yeah.
And then we'll sit with it and allow the medicine to work, and then we'll start moving our bodies, and you'll notice maybe some changes, maybe easier, less restriction, easier to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, I use that muscle freeze for everything.
Oh, it's incredible.
I love it.
It's incredible.
Instant.
It's an amazing product.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's about time to
Yeah.
land this thing.
Ooh, Landers.
Unless you want to mess around with the green screens, which we don't have to be live to
Yeah.
do that. So it's your choice.
Shall we all do our namaste for the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our little side notes.
May all beings everywhere be free from suffering, and may all beings find peace within themselves. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.